Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday, June 19th, 2017. I'm going to be doing weekly forecast for this week and just going over a few things and marking up your charts. Okay. So, first pair we got is all New Zealand. Now, this is a pair some of you guys should have been in about a week ago. We actually started buying around here. Opened up yesterday, so probably around London session. Could have gotten right here. Long term, this should come all the way back up to this high, preferably at the 61.8 fib, and making its way all the way back up to 1.09. All right. Now, please, when factoring off the higher time frames, preferably the daily, the weekly, even monthly, it's going to be a while. You're going to be in it for a very, very long time. Now, we're coming off a strong demand zone. As you can see here, you look left, see the engulfing bullish candlestick, exhaustion at the bottom here, and then a strong move all the way to the upside. So as you can see here, had, like I said, about a week and a half ago, had the strong bullish engulf candlestick, consolidation. Next move, we should see that within this week, break this daily trend line and then take off for a nice move to the upside. All right, this has a nice potential for the 107, nice 260 pip profit if you hold all the way to the top, or a 400 pip take profit. All right, so this is a solid trade. Okay, I do want to tell you guys, keep in mind when trading off these higher time frames, please put in a lot size that your account can handle. Okay, I know, we see a lot of people out there, they like to, put these gigantic lot sizes as standard. They want to make quick, fast money. Honestly, one of the reasons why a lot of people lose money in the Forex market is money management and just patience. A lot of people just can't hold on to trades. They just can't, let it ride. And when, in all honesty, if you let this play out all the way to the top, I mean, you'll catch more pips than your average trader, seriously. So, let this play out. If you got in late, or you're just getting in now, you see you had your bullish candlestick, you see this coming up. This should definitely finally break this trend line here and move to the upside. But just hold this, guys. One way to calculate this is, you see how long it took for price to get down here? See how long for price it took for it to get up here? Expect the same thing. It's not going to do it in one shot. It's not going to do it in one day. So if you get in a buy, there's no need to look at it every 5 minutes, every hours. Just put in a nice lot size that your account can handle. Place your stop loss below the previous low here, even below so about 50 pips, and the risk to reward is amazing. Potential, even if, like I said, you get out at 1.07, you're risking 50 pips, even 100 pips. You're risking it for about 250. Like I said, you let this go all the way to the top, 400 pips. So it's a great long-term trade. It has a great potential to get all the way up here. All right. So as you can see, I drew my trend line from top here all the way down, coming off a strong demand zone. Look at the higher time frame off the weekly, upward bouncing trend line. So I really feel good about this trade. It should definitely shoot all the way up. All right. GU. All right. So this is another trade that you guys should have been in. Honestly, you guys should have been in this trade since 129, which was about 2 weeks ago in the election. All right. Now, if I play this out for you and show you how did we come to this point, I'm gonna show you how trading can really be easy. So I went off a higher time frame, preferably the weekly. I love to trade off the weekly, daily, right? I get my strong zones there, right? We got our strong supply zone here. Got a strong supply zone here. This move was created by Exit, if you guys remember from last year. Made this nice downward move. So price getting up here, you knew, sellers were going to take over, push price to the downside. All right, now I move over to my daily time frame. Okay, this was previously an uptrend. If I draw my nice trend lines from here, from the bottom all the way to the high, as you can see, upwards, kept bouncing, kept going up until it finally reached this supply zone. Now we wait. You have a couple options. You can wait for price action, or your reverse signal up here, price to break this trend line, which will really signify and let you know that price is definitely ready to move on a downtrend. All right. Always remember, every time an impulse move happens, basically a sharp move in one direction happens, there's always going to be a pullback. So there's no need to get in a sell here. Wait for the pullback. And then during this pullback, you're going to get your next impulse. Here is doing the exact same thing here. All right. It's doing the exact same thing here. So we're getting a nice pullback after this impulse move. And now this week, we should get another drop. Preferably, we should finally probably see 125 this week. All right. Just like price did here off this demand zone. Let me mark this up for you guys. Paint this picture. Just like price did over here, right? Same thing. Same thing. Strong, coming off a nice strong demand zone. Drew my trend line, and then you had your pullbacks. Had a pullback here. Boom. And then your breakout. Little pullback, and then up. Now change of direction. So based off this daily time frame, price should, break this channel. I'll be watching it on preferably the 4-hour. Price should probably dance around here, and then we should see our big drop. All right. Price needs to break this low. I want to see it break low here first for continuation. There is possibility that it could hit this and then turn around. All right. So once price can break that low, we can look for further continuation to the downside. Long term, I'm expecting this to come all the way back down here. So another great risk to reward ratio. So if you got in here, all you need to do is just hold. And every time an impulse move happens, there's going to be a correction. So last week was just a correction. Retrace back up. Now this week we should probably see continuation of the trend. If it breaks this, we should see this get to 125, correction again, and then down all the way to preferably 122 to 120. All right. This has a great long-term potential of over 600 pips. All right, guys, you can make all your goals, financial goals, trading goals, whatever your goal is, you can really do it off of one trading idea. You don't have to trade every single pair in the market. Honestly, you can trade just a couple of pairs, let it play out, use proper lot size, and go about your day. You don't need to trade every single currency. You don't need to put a standard, 2 standard, 5 standards on every single trade. Just mark up your charts, do proper analysis, and hold. Let it play out. And if you get stomped out, it's okay. It's not a problem. When you're swing trading like this, your risk to reward is, it shouldn't be 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. It should be 1 to 5, 1 to 8, 1 to 1,000. That's what we're aiming here for. Stop loss 60 pips. Take profit over 600 pips. Great risk to reward. So even if you get stopped out of certain trades, long term, you'll not only make back the loss you took, but you'll double, triple, quadruple your account just off of one trading idea. All right. So that's Great Britain USD. Another trade that we're in is New Zealand USD. As you can see, the USD dollar is getting very, very strong. So last week we caught the sell at this high here. Should have been holding. Price dropped and then kind of hit this, the demand zone and then reversed. Came back inside this trend line and went up. But now it's breaking out again. I don't see price coming back up here. Again, we should see move straight to the downside. All right. So if you go off the higher time frame, as you can see here, this nice channel. Price went up, broke through, came all the way down. Price went on an uptrend, broke through, came all the way down. And I'm expecting the same thing. Price to come up, eventually all the way down here. 200, possibly 400 pip move. That's great risk to reward. All you have to do, smaller time frame, wait for, confirmation for reversal, whether you're on the 4 hour. So like right here, we got an engulfing candlestick. If you got a sell here from last week, you just hold that. Got in here during London session, you just hold that and let it play out. Let it play out. All right. Else, Great Britain odd. Great Britain odd. All these Great Britain pairs. The trend is still downtrend. It is still downtrend. All right. Go off the smaller time frame. I expect GA to come down here. That's the next move. 162. 162. A nice 400 pip TP. Eventually, price is going to get all the way down here. About 800 more pips to go. But the next stop I expect it to get to is around 1.63. All right, so that's about 400 pips. We called this trade honestly when it was all the way up here, around 147. So if you've been holding, keep holding. You're up around 600 pips. Look at this, guys, 600 pips since I've called this. 600 pips. Keep holding. You'll be up over 11,000 pips, over 1,100 pips. All right. It doesn't take much to trade. This is simple. This is easy. Don't make it harder than it is. Hit the top of my fib. Once it broke the trend line, went back up, hit the 88 fib right here, got rejected, came back down. Right here. These are all rejection fibs right here. These are all retracements. So right now, price is dancing around my 50% fib level. This should continue the downtrend. We should see it move further down this week. This is definitely a sell. So for those who are not in, looking to get in, same thing like GU. Wait for a breakout here. Price dance to consolidate around this range, and then look to sell. All right. Once price, based on the 4 hour, preferably the daily, close below here, little wedge right here, look to sell, and then ride this again all the way down. Eventually 162 for a long-term trade, all the way to 1.59. All right. Just hold these, guys. You don't need to be in every pair, but if you are, use proper lot size and just let the trade play out. Okay. GN, same thing. If you notice, all the Great Britain pairs, they're doing the same thing. Doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Another one, we called this out since for a sell. When it hit this supply zone all the way up here. A couple students have been holding this right now. And 12,000 micro pips, 1,200 pips right now. All right. I'm looking for further move to the downside. All right. So go to the smaller time frame. Same thing here. Wait for price to break here. This trend line, close below here, preferably on the 4-hour, daily or 4-hour, and then look for a continuation. All right. All the way down, another 500-600 pips to go, around 169. Look at this, guys. Call this. This only took how many weeks? Talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 weeks. 5 weeks. 5 weeks for over 1,200 plus pips. 1,200 plus pips. This can, you know, just off of this one idea, this could have basically made your week, your month, your summer. Just using the right lot size, just being patient, and just letting the trade play out. All right. So I see more continuation happening with Great Britain, New Zealand, just like I see on all the other Great Britain pairs. GJ, same thing. So after last week, actually hit this nice daily. And of course, because we saw this nice move to the upside, that's exactly what price did. Sell up here at 147, been riding it down the whole time. Move to the smaller time frame, hit the demand zone, broke through. I probably would expect price to scale up just a little bit more. One more hitting high, then probably 143, probably around the 168, and then look to sell. Right now, it looks like on the 4 hours forming a double. It's retracing up now, so there is that possibility it could scale up even more. But overall, the trend is still a downtrend. All right. So if anything, look to sell around this high, 142, maybe 143, and you should see price come all the way down, back down to 139. Possibly long term, hopefully we get down to 135. If it does get to 135, I'm telling you, you're gonna want to hold this move. You're gonna want to hold. All right. If it gets down to 135, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a nice hold right here. Lovely, lovely hold. You see the amount of pips that is? 12,000 units, over 1,200 pips. That, like I said, that pretty much can make your month, your year, your summer, whatever your goals are. All right. Eventually, this is gonna get all the way back up here. All right. So just hold these trades, guys. Use proper lot size, proper risk management, and just hold these trades. Okay. We're doing a great job. Everybody's doing good. We're getting better. If you can see here, like I was saying, with trend continuation, see what happened? Price was in this supply zone. It dropped. And then what happened? You had your pullback. Then you had your pullback. Then it dropped again. Then you had your pullback. You see, every time you get a strong impulse move to the downside, you always get that retracement. So there's no need to trace a trade. If you miss that initial move for the uptrend or the downtrend, wait for the pullback. Trust me, a pullback is coming. And let me tell you something, the longer the impulse, the stronger the pullback. So you see this, all these candlesticks that it took for it to get down here, and then you got all this corrective move back to the upside, and then the drop again, then pull back, then drop, then pull back. That's all price does, guys. That's all price does. Same thing, over and over again. And if you really play your cards right, you could have profited off of all these moves. Hold back, sell again. A nice 300 pip move there. Hold back, sell at this top of the channel again. Nice 2,500 pip move there. Pulls back, drop again. Nice 100 pip move over there. So we had 300, 200, 100. That's over 600 pips. Drop again. Close to 200 pips right there. Came up, and then what happened? Dropped again. Over 1,100 pips. including if you would have held your original sell order down. 1100 plus another 8. So you could have caught 1900, basically 200, 2000, which would have been 20,000, 2000, 2000 pips, 20,000 micro pips. Just off of one trading idea. 10 different pairs, 20 different pairs. Got to trade every single currency just off of one idea. So with GJ, I expect probably a retracement up. There's a possibility. So this is still going down. I still expect this to come down on the downtrend. All right. So be wary of the sell. Gold. Gold is doing exactly what I've been predicting. This is a previous markup, and as you can see this big move right here on the weekly. What did I say, guys? Got this big move on the weekly, this big downtrend, and then what? This right here has been a corrective move. So now, two things going to happen once price gets down here. Either reverse, go back on an uptrend like it did here, or it's going to break through and continue the downtrend. All right? So if you're trading gold or you're looking to trade gold, it has over 100 pips to go, plus pips to reach the bottom of this channel around 1230. And then we'll be watching price action. So you're looking for something like this, something like this, something like this. Break this trend line. It's going to break this trend line, go back up, or it's going to break the bottom of the channel. And if we see it consolidate, if it breaks, consolidates here, look for a downtrend. All right. Wait for a daily candlestick to close below here. If not, look for it to possibly reverse one more time and go back up. All right. USD CAD. Right now, USD CAD is in this demand zone on the 1 hour. Possibility that this can come all the way back up to 134. If you look at it, it looks like a double bottom. After last week's epic downtrend, it's still within the weekly. As you can see, sending weekly. So there's a possibility like here, like it did here, it can come all the way back up. Possibly 137. I'm willing to say probably 134. If we break this down, go on a smaller time frame, like I said, it's pretty much forming a double bottom. As long as it doesn't break here and continue down, look for this to go back up. And possibly can go even further. All right. Eventually, overall though, long term, I'm expecting this trade to come all the way down. I'm expecting this to come all the way down. All right. So we're going to see how much this retraces up. It's dancing now on the smaller time frame. It can off this demand zone, off the smaller time frame, like I said, back up. All the way up here. Nice 250 pip move. All right. 134 minimum. So that's what I'm expecting from UCAD. All right. So who's ever looking to get in this trade, I'll be watching it now. If it doesn't break these lows right here and doesn't break this weekly channel, look for it. Look for a buy. Look for this to go back up. USD Chef. USD Chef is still within this strong daily demand zone. Now, If price rejects here, let's go on a smaller time frame. Price rejects this trend line, this fib level, 23. You can see price come all the way back down here, just like it did here. If you look left, all you have to do is look left. See how price moved to the downside? There's a possibility that price can come from either here or here, come all the way back down here. But if it doesn't break, then look to buy. Not much move to the upside anymore. You should have gotten in about a week ago. Could have rolled this up to this fib level, about 100 pips. There's really nothing left. So I would wait till it finished climbing up. If you go on the 4-hour up to this zone area right here around 097, 800 range. If it closes above here, then look for more upside opportunity. Get back up to 099. If not, if it rejects, look for it to go back down to 096, 300 range. Go GN, UJ. Like GJ, see, I already have my demand zone. Expecting price to come up here, shoot up a little bit more. High 111 range. Get rejected, just like if you look here, and then go on a downtrend. All right. Price still didn't hit low, so it still has to come down here. So I'm expecting that. So within the next couple of days, we'll know if price gets rejected and then goes on this nice downtrend here. All right. Cautious of that. Euro odd. As you can see from last week, trend line hit the 50 fib retracement level, and now I expect further downside, possibly around here, run here, get down to 144, probably 143, and then look to go up again. All right. So draw this downward trend line and wait for price to finish coming down. Once it comes down, look for it to buy and go back up. All right. The potential for it to go back up is pretty big. Pretty big. All right. Over 11,000 micro pips, 1,100 pips. That's a solid move. If you guys remember a few months ago, back in March, look, this was only back in March, I think late April, March. Would have caught over 13,000. 13,000 pips. All right. It just takes patience. And as you can see off the higher time frames, what did price do? Right? Came off the strong demand zone for buyers. And what did it do? Move to the upside, had your strong impulse. So sharp move to the upside, consolidated. And then continuation. That was off the weekly. You see? That's all price does. Move to the downside, pull back, continuation. Pull back, continuation. So that's all you're seeing here. This is going to go back up. Sharp move. Corrective. Strong move up. This is going to be a corrective move. You're going to see this come back down here. It's going to be bouncing back and forth, and then eventually, probably around here, and then you're going to see it shoot back up, eventually getting all the way up here. That's all it is. The main thing is right lot size, being patient, and letting it play out. Just let the trade play out. All right. If more traders learn to just be patient and let their trades play out and stop jumping into 100 different pairs every second, every 5 minutes, looking at this, looking at this. Like I said, you guys can pick just one or two trading ideas and just let it play. That's it. Call it a day. I guarantee you your account will grow that much faster. You'll be that much more consistent. You'll be that much more stable. You guys remember this. Euro odd. I called this. This was back in late February, March. Bought this buy all the way down here. If you would have held all the way up until 1.51, like I said, that pretty much could have made your month, your year. I'm pretty sure a lot of people could have used that money. All you had to do is just be patient. Just let it play out. All right. And went over GA, went over GU, CHF, CAD, Gold, GN. Anything else that I really liked? Euro Great Britain. All right, so Euro Great Britain. Seen here. See, big move, corrective, move, pull back. It should shoot up some more. It still hasn't hit my. This is where I'm really looking to sell. I want to see price get up in here. Because once it gets up in here, see this big move to the downside? This is what I want to catch. All right. So we caught the move at the bottom for those who stuck in it, right? Trend line, bought around here, came all the way up as projected, 400 pips. It's pulling back. Now we should see this go back up. I want to see it go back up. This is where I would love to sell around here. If price can fake out here, this would be a perfect sell area. You catch this and just let it ride. It's a nice 800 pip move. All right, that's Euro Great Britain. So that's pretty much all the pairs, all the major pairs, all the important pairs. Like I said, you guys should already be in most of these pairs. Going over the dollar index, as you can see, it's about to go on an uptrend. And if you notice the patterns, majority of the pairs, they do the same thing. You see? Nice engulfing from last week. This was an impulse move. Soon, and then out. Boom. And the potential way up. Just like you see here, potential is to go all the way back here. So that means all of these US pairs, they're gonna the value is gonna strengthen. So that means my analysis on GU, EU, UCAD, all stuff, the US dollar, because it's gonna get stronger, just strengthens my analysis on all those other pairs. All right, just gotta be patient, guys. Just let the market play out. No need to rush. All right. So that was my weekly analysis. I hope you guys are in these pairs. If you're not, if you missed them, look for a consolidation, wait for the retracements to get back in them. And then, like I said, just swing them. Let them hold. No need to panic. Just look, no crazy lot size in here. No nothing crazy. So this doesn't bother me. So if this scales up and hits my stop loss, I'm not going to cry over, right? I'm risking, just to give you guys a quick example, I'm risking on one trade $243, and I'm risking on another trade, $100. But my risk to reward, 247 over $800. All right, it's all about risk to reward. So even if I did lose out on this trade, I know on the next setup I'm gonna make not only what I lost here, but double, triple, quadruple what I lost. All right. So be smart, be patient, let them play out, draw your trend lines, mark up your supply and demand zones. Just wait for price to get into those areas and wait for confirmation. Hold the trades and let it reach its target. That's it, guys. Just be patient. Let it come to you. No need to rush. Like I said, if you got into one or two of these orders, You'll be fine. You don't need to trade every single pair in the market. All right. If you got the account size and you're experienced enough and you can handle it, then by all means, go for it. But I'm just showing you the power of if you just let a trade play out, it will play out. You got your downward move, and then look, nice pullback, nice corrective move, just for it to set up for a big downward move. Same thing again, right? Downward, corrective, down, corrective, down. Market does the same thing. It's just understanding where you're at in the market, what you're doing, what the market is trying to do overall. Okay? Be safe, use proper risk management, let the trades play out. Have a great day. Enjoy.